Good evening, and welcome to Shea Show Real Talk in the Dark, March 29th, 2023. Yes, I know it has been a while. And before I start, somebody new gonna come in and say, "What the hell? What's going on?" Well, why are you in the dark? And I say this shit all the time. That's why, listen to what I said from the beginning. Shea Show Real Talk in the dark. In the dark. There's no reason to ask me why I'm in the fucking dark when I just said, say so real talk, in the dark. Oh, God. Okay, I know it's been a while since I've been on for a while. There's just been so much going on. You know, life just happens to catch up with you and you just get sidetracked because so much stuff is going on in our everyday to day life. And there's a lot of shit going on in my everyday life too. You know, sometimes I'm on camera. Sometimes I'm just not fucking even feeling it. You know, and I just don't record as much as I used to record. I do record now. I mean, but since my other channel got taken down by YouTube, you know, I mean, it didn't really put a big sting in me. I mean, because, you know, it is what it is. If I get it back, I get it back. If I don't, I mean, I got to keep going on no matter what. You know, and I was thinking about it at first. I said, damn, I had over 6,000 videos and I had like 115,000 subscribers, you know, all gone. You know, and I was just wondering, I said, man, do I want to start this shit all over again? Because a lot of these people are not going to even fucking find me no more. I've been getting texts from people from all over the world. What happened to your channel? You're gone, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm glad they know how to contact me. You know, so I just said, well, my new channel for right now is Shea Show Writing Videos. Well, it's not 6,000 videos. And the good thing was I was able to find some videos I actually saved from the original and brought over here, like the Tomato Lady, Bum Scares the Shit Out of Shea, He Feet Bad, and that eviction video where those people were sitting outside talking about is it a hole in that roof and all this shit sitting outside. I mean, those are classic videos, you know. So those I found those and I saved those, so we can still watch those and some other older stuff that I found too. But it's not the same. But you know, I get it. Like somebody was telling me today, I was reading the comment earlier in another video. The guy said his favorite Shea Show video was who is that? Whose house was this? Ling. I had this investor, Ling, who lived in Singapore. He had this house on the west side, a two-family flat. And we was trying to go in there, you know, trying to rehab it. And we had to go get radiators. I got this video where me, Tom the plumber, Bill, and Sam, we went somewhere in St. Clair Shores and found all these radiators because this house took radiators. And so we loaded up the vans, and the van was like, back end was dragging ass all the way back to Detroit because those radiators are really, really heavy. I think we had like 15 or 20 of them, and those things are heavy. You know, and you'll see us taking them out and going in the house. Well, the neighborhood wasn't the greatest, but it was a really nice two-family flat. So we said, well, let's see if we can make this shit work. And so when we started working on it, you know, painting and drywalling, the whole 9 yards, we was bringing this thing back to life. You know, we got these radiators in there, you know, and so you try to protect the property as much as you can, and you really can. It's kind of hard. I tell people all the time, you can do the best you can, but, you know, the motherfuckers will find a way to get in your shit. They want your shit. They see you working on something, shit, they coming. They coming. I mean, as soon as the first sign of activity outside of a vacant house has been sitting empty for fucking years, and here your ass come. You know, you hauling new shit in. You want to do this shit in the dead of night so they can't see. But sometimes it just don't work that way. You just like, oh shit, Pookie, them across the street, they see us hauling this shit in here. It's just a fucking matter of time. So we try to secure on the best way we can. I mean, I put an alarm system in this house. I mean, everything. I had this box truck, which I still have. It's like this 14-foot box truck. And so the biggest thing for Pookie them to do in the dead of night, is try to go through the back or the side door instead of the front. So I had the bright idea to take my box truck over here. And I blacked off the fucking side door. I said, all right, motherfucker, you don't get in here now. I got this box truck here. And they got to move this truck to get through this damn door. What did Pookie do? Just like in what's that movie, Jurassic Park, where he said, well, you sure these dinosaurs and shit can't mate and shit? He said, well, no, they all female. He said, all female. And then the doctor, whoever the guy's name was, he said, life finds a way. He said, how's you gonna find a way if everything is all female? Well, it turns out that one of the frogs from back a million BC, whatever the hell it was and shit, had two genes, a female gene and a male gene, so they could actually do that. So when they tried to cross and make these dinosaurs and shit, those genes was there because they was extracting this from mosquitoes who bit prehistoric things back in the day. I hope I didn't get too deep with this. So I guess what I'm trying to say is Pookie them found a way. They did. What they do? We come in there the next damn day. Went inside. I said, God damn, the door, the window was open. They climbed on top of my box truck and went through the second floor window and went in that way. And we called hell trying to get those radiators in there. And we had just had the floors done. We had just had the fucking floors done. And they scratched the floors up. I mean, they tore the floors up, dragging them damn radiators to the fucking front door. I mean, it was a mess. It was a mess. I said, oh my God, I can't believe this shit. But if people want to get in, they want to do something, it's just the overall mindset. When you sit here and think about some of the shit that I've experienced, some things I've seen, just this mindset, like perfect example. I got some evictions getting ready to happen. They took a long damn time to come. This one chick, now let me start with Pookie. This guy, there's two brothers. They kind of off a little bit. I mean, they functional. They are functional, but I think they're smarter than what the fuck they let on to be. Well, I took over this property from another management company, and they was in there already, and it with their grandmother. And so when I got all the information for this property that I was taking over, I called them to say, hey, I'm the new management, and we need to get together so I can meet up with you. We can sign new leases, blah, 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 blah. And the lady was like, you can tell she was old and shit. She said, well, I've been kind of sickly, so I'm going to see if I can get to your office where it is, blah, blah, blah. So I told her and shit. And she said, well, I'm going to come over there with my grandsons and stuff. I said, okay. And so when she finally came over, she called and said she was outside. I said, well, yeah, you in the right place. Come on in. She said, well, I really can't. I'm really sick and blah, blah, blah. I'm just, I'm on the oxygen, blah, blah. I said, damn. I said, I'll come out to you. So I come out. I bring the lease out. So when I went out to the car, this lady was hooked up with an oxygen machine. You can tell she's just like, I said, God damn, it's just a matter of time for her. You can just look at her and tell how sick she was and how sickly she was. And she's an older lady, And she had little grandsons that she was, I guess she had guardianship over. They were like I think they in their 20s or something like that, And I told Daryl, I said, oh man, I said, if that woman died, I said, they in trouble. Well, I think within 7 to 8 months of me having the place, she died. So I was kind of worried. I said, well, these guys ain't going to make it. But they're both getting Social Security. So miraculously, they were still paying their rent for like 3, maybe 4 months. And then that's when the trouble started. He gave me a fucking check, and I deposited, and the bank contacted me and said it was insufficient funds. So, oh, Lord, here we go. And so I let him know. I said, dude, I said, this check is no good, man. There's insufficient funds in your account. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Woods. Don't worry, I'm going to get you another one. Don't worry about that. Well, that was for May. And so he said, I got it covered. Well, when June come, he tried to give me another check. I said, you realize that, you still owe for May because you gave me a bad check in May. Well, I got you. He gave me this damn thing and shit, right? Same thing. Insufficient funds. I said, oh my God, here we go. And so I called them back, and at that point they was dodging me. They didn't want to talk to me no more, and I think they had me and Daryl on fucking block. And then at some point, I said, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and give these guys a nose and get the hell out of here. So the way the court system works here, and it's really fucked up. They so backed up here, and there's a reason. And I see how they backed up. It's just Wayne County ain't shit. So I give the guy a notice. He shows up to court. Everything is Zoom. So he shows up to court. And he said, well, I'm trying to get some help. We're at this point, like, by the time we made the court, 3-4 months went by. And so he tried to say, okay, you go ahead and try to see if you can get some help from Sarah or whoever. He wasn't even trying. After court, he would call me and say, well, I'm trying to get out your hair, Mr. Wood. I'm going to get on out of here, blah, blah, blah. So we're taking his word he going to get out of there. Shit. He knew already they had another court date and shit, so he's going to play this shit as long as he can. Make a long story short, the last money I got from this clown was April 2022. It is now May 29th, 2023. You heard me. And shit was going back and forth. He would go to court saying, we trying to get some help. And the judge would keep swallowing that shit and get it and adjourn the case for another 30 and 40 days and 60 days. I said, this is ridiculous. You know, I said, you're supposed to go by the law, man. You're not going by the law. So I reissued another a 30-day notice. I said, listen, we don't want no money. We just want the fucking place back. And they had to set up a second hearing for that. You think he's in a fucking murder trial and shit. We just trying to get somebody out of the fucking house. So this shit dragged on all this time from May of 2022 to current. Well, when we finally got our judgment, he's supposed to be out on the 28th. February 28th, 2023. Judge said, if you're not out, I will file for the writ. They can file for the writ, and don't put yourself in an embarrassing situation. Blah blah blah. I was in the court. I heard all this shit. He said, "All right, I'll be out, no problem." Well, like I said, this is March 29th. He's still in there. He's still in there. So he didn't leave by February 28th. So I had to go ahead and get back with the attorney. I had to file, they did a conditional dismissal. That's something new they just fucking threw in to make some more fucking money. We didn't have to do that shit back in the damn day. Conditional dismissal, which means if he leaves on or before the 28th, it won't show on his record and as an eviction, which means somebody else will get stuck with him. So what happens? He didn't leave. So by the time we filed for that, we had to pay an extra $250 for the lawyer to petition the court again, so the judge can sign the writ and then send it back to the attorney and in turn send it back to me. So I just called today. Actually, I looked on the register of actions. I said, this is bullshit. And I called. I said, listen, do we have the writ? Because I looked at the register of actions online. And the judge signed the writ on the 17th of March. What's going on? I paid you. What's going on? We're going to get back with you. That's why I'm not going to fuck with this attorney no more. After this last 2 cases, I'm done with this, bro. I'm just so fed up with it. Because they just making money. Between him and the courts, oh man, they're fucking us really good. So we're waiting on that. So long story short, he's still there, right? So Daryl and I happen to have been in the area. Daryl said, let's stop over there and see if he's still here. I said, you know that motherfucker's still there. So we go there. Daryl knocks on the door. Who is it? Mr. Woods. He pulls back the shade. We're looking at this shit. He pulls back the fucking shade, looks at us, and goes back to commence to do whatever he was fucking doing in the house. Like, fuck y'all. I mean, and that was it. Would never come back to the damn door. Wouldn't even say what's up or I'll be out. None of that shit. So 3 or 4 days go by. Daryl goes back over there. And I said, man, quit fucking on there. Just file the paperwork. We're just going to wait for the fucking writ. I mean, he want to play that fucking game. I got no problem with it this time. There's no problem. Daryl goes, Daryl, man, Daryl, that guy pissing me off. Daryl goes back over there in his truck, and he pulls on the fucking side of the house with his truck, and it's just fucking. He just leaned on the horn for like 5 fucking minutes. He said, "Yeah." I said, "What you doing that for, man?" He said, "Man, I'm going to disturb him." I said, "But you fucking with the people next door too. Remember, the people next door live there. They ain't got nothing to do with what he doing. I mean, can't get out of there, man." And so we waiting on that. We're waiting on that. So that's going to be an eviction that's coming up really, really soon. And I tell people all the time, I do not get a kick out of evictions. I know people like them. I don't like putting people out. But when I meet people, the first thing I tell them, I would never put you out. You will put you out. So that makes me feel better. So I don't feel bad because I had situations where we put people out who had kids. And people say, "Hey, Shea, don't you feel bad for putting kids out?" Well, no, they don't feel bad. Why the fuck should I feel bad? They don't feel bad. Them their kids. I ain't got nothing to do with them. They owe obligation to them kids. I don't owe them kids shit. I mean, that's in this business. You got to think that way. If you go into this shit with trying to have a heart, these people they'll see a weakness and they'll tear your ass apart. They'll use their kids against a little Pookie just had a toenail operation. You gonna put this out? They'll do that shit to you. So I don't listen to that shit no more. I just don't. So this is gonna be one of those situations that I'm looking forward to this because it's been a year, a fucking year. That don't make any sense. Today, I had another Zoom here for this other chick, and it's amazing how people will use a system. And work at the same time. It's incredible. Now, this woman actually worked. And so when the virus come along and then they come up with this stupid ass law saying, no, y'all don't have to pay no rent no more. What the fuck they tell somebody in the hood that for? You ain't got to pay no more rent because of the damn virus and shit. And a lot of these people are still working. They took advantage of that shit. I mean, I get it. I mean, do what you got to do, but don't mean just let's make this work for both of us. I used to tell these people, listen, if you're going to get Sarah or apply for it, that's fine. But continue to pay your rent. And by the time Sarah comes and gives the check for 5 or 6 or 7 months, then you're going to be further ahead of the game. No, they want to just do that Pookie shit and just quit paying. No, and come in with 16,000 inch screen TVs. Who guy next door, I'm evicting right now. He did that shit, but I'll talk about him in a minute. But it's crazy. So in her case, this shit has been dragging on for pert near a year too. Pert near a year. So we finally got this the second hearing today because she kept going back and forth trying to say, "I'm trying to get some help. I'm trying to get some help." And the crazy thing about it is, Sarah paid 8 months of rent for her. No, 9 months of rent. 9 months of rent at $850 per month. So she didn't have to pay nothing. So when it was her time to pay again, guess what? She didn't pay. How the fuck is somebody gonna pay your rent for 8 months and you working, and all you gotta do is keep your money in your pocket and just save your money, so by the time it's time for you to start paying on your own, you shouldn't have no problem. It was a problem. So I had to give her a notice. And from the time we had to go back and forth to court, they dismissing the case, all this type of shit. We just got a judgment today. 8 months later, we just got a judgment today. And the fact, and while we were sitting here waiting, and the judge listened to some other cases, because she had to go in a breakout room with an attorney and shit, which really kind of freaked me out. Like, what the fuck you need an attorney for? Just this is a termination case. And so my attorney said, well, they trying to see when she can leave out. I said, well, the law is fucking 10 days, but ain't nobody been abiding by the law since this damn virus shit. So I know what they're going to end up doing. He said, well, they come back and say, you want 60 days. No, fuck that. I mean, she had, brother, it's been 8 months already, another 8 months already. What are you talking about? I mean, and she was there in her work uniform. You hear me? She came to fucking court in her work uniform, sitting there. And when they holding the case up for a minute because she wanted to talk to the attorney, and they started doing these other cases. I'm sitting here like I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit, right? And so they come back. He comes back and interrupts the judge. Said, "Well, Judge, we ready to go back on record." He said, "Because Miss Brazil has to go to work." I said, "Oh my God, you hear this shit? She has to go to work, and she's sitting there in her work uniform and stuff, and you getting put out, and you ain't paid no damn rent in 8 months, and the agency done paid 8 months for you already. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That's the fucking mindset. So that's another one I'm not going to mind putting her ass out. The guy next door. I know you guys saying, God damn, see all these damn evictions. Well, you not understand. This don't got nothing to do with me. I pay my rent. I'm certain you who listen to me right now, I'm certain you pay your rent or your mortgage. So why do I have to be the problem? Because somebody else don't know how to take care of their responsibilities. Not my fault when people find other things to do with their fucking money other than what they're supposed to do. That my fault? People start off really good. I got tenants been with me for 10, 15 years and still here. But it's just a mindset. And I try to tell people that all the time. It got shit to do with how I'm picking people. Shit. I mean, I do background checks. I go on 36th District website to see if anybody been evicted before. You know, I do a lot of shit. But with the new law they doing now, by saying if Pookie leave out by the 28th or before the 28th, this eviction won't show on your record, even though I paid for a fucking eviction. I paid for an eviction, but it won't show on your record. You giving them more. You giving them more space. You giving them more time to go fuck somebody else. The reason why they started doing that is because they figured the courts come up with this bright idea, like, well, if they keep showing evictions, they gonna have a problem getting a place. What? What? That's the reasoning. They give them that extra leeway after you getting fucked for a year of no money, and you gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna give you another olive branch. Be out by this day, and we won't put this on your record. That way you can go fuck somebody else." Is that a bad system? That's a really, really bad system. It's like welfare. Listen, I understand that people got to be on welfare sometimes. You know, welfare is supposed to be like this safety net, a boost, just kind of like hold you for a minute so you can kind of like figure things out for a minute, you know, and get back in the race. That's what I think welfare is supposed to be. I don't think you're supposed to be living on that shit. And some people live on that shit. They make a career out of just the system, just leaning on the fucking system. I'm going to let the system take care of me. And they get fucking lazy and don't want to do shit. If somebody constantly handing you shit and paying your rent and giving you $300-400 a month in food stamps, what the fuck? Lobster and crab legs every weekend. Look at that mindset. And that's absolutely crazy. So if it was me, if I was in charge of shit, I told Royce this. Me and Royce talked about this shit one day, and I told him what I would do. He said, "What would you do?" Because I'm not Democrat, Republican, or I would probably identify more so with maybe on the Democratic side, especially now. But I'm telling you, I said, this is what I would do. I said, I would announce like tomorrow or next week that I got a 5-year plan. Everybody gonna get a fresh start right now. We're gonna start you fresh right now. And we're gonna give you these benefits. We're gonna give you your food stamps, and we're gonna pay some of your money on rent. We're gonna do this for like 5 years. After the 5th year, we gonna look at your situation overall, and we just gonna cut you off. We see that you actually really ain't been doing shit. You ain't really been trying to apply for no fucking job, because that's gonna be part of the process with me. You gonna have to show me that you've been out here trying to actively look for working, or trying to do something other than wait for us to hand you some shit. And if I can't see within that 5 years that you did something, then your ass is out. That's it. You just out wherever you got to go. That's how we start cleaning some of that shit up. And guess how you going to change that mindset at that point then? People going to say, 5 years. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and party the first year. I can get by. I can party through. Man, fuck it. I can probably party 3 years and get by with this shit. But now it's getting to the last part. I need to really get off my ass and start doing something. And that's what it is. If you give people that type of alternatives like that, I think you will start seeing a difference. So when I told Royce that, he said, "That's the way you would do it?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Congratulations, you are now a Republican." That's what he said, and I had to laugh because I didn't. It dawned on me after he said it. I said, "Damn, I guess so." But it's not about being a Republican or a Democrat. It's about the right thing to do. And I think the government shouldn't reach down all the time and just kind of like just give if you ain't willing to fucking give nothing back or try to do something for your fucking self. You know, that's so that's my take on it. And it don't have to be Republican to think that way or the Democrat to think that way. It's just the right thing to do. It's just a lot of wasteful things going on with government when it comes to money and the way the system is set up. Like the shit I'm going through right now. The course is backed up. Why are they backed up? Because you keep letting these people come in and take advantage of a system that's already corrupt and fucked up. And the only person who's getting fucked is the little guy. Hello, that be me. We're the ones who getting screwed with all this shit. White people is just making money. The attorneys is fucking making money. The courts is making money because you keep, and they charging all these damn court fees. I mean, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Instead of just like follow the damn law. Before the virus, the law was, if I gave you a 30-day notice and you wasn't out, I filed my paperwork with the court, and I had a court date within 7 to 10 days. And then when I went back to court, it wasn't about no first time and second time and a third hearing, none of that shit. It was a done deal right then and there. The judge looked at the calendar and said, "Pookie, you got to be out in 10 days. Well, I can't be out in 2 days, 10 days. That's not my problem. That's the law. And that's how it was. That's how it was. But now, it takes, if I file a 30-day right now, what's this? This is March. If I file a 30-day right now, I won't get my first hearing till fucking May. I'm sorry to curse, but this shit just irks me. So I won't get my first hearing until like May. And then when I get my first hearing, they automatically, listen to this, they automatically postpone the first case. Automatically. No matter what. Even if it's a 30-day. Even if it's a 30-day, which is the law, they postpone the first one and immediately set a second court date, which makes absolutely no sense at all. They need to go back to what they was doing. I mean, this is crazy. I got to pay the attorney $200 to go to court and Zoom on top of that. He ain't got to get out of his bed. He can lay in his bed on his phone, on his computer, and do Zoom. I got to pay him $200 just go in there to say, okay, here's our second court date. This is it. I've been to a million Zoom hearings where you walk in and you say case number 6612 6 whatever the fuck, right? And It's William Woods versus Pookie. Okay, well, we're going to set this here. Let me see there. To 18 never. What? I mean, immediately. And then when you go back for the second hearing, then they'll come back. Well, I'm trying to get some help, type of shit. Oh, did you talk to an attorney? No, I ain't talked to an attorney. Any in-house attorneys in here? And here come Pookie attorney. I'm here, Your Honor, Pooquisha. Go into the breakout room number 2 and talk to Pookie, and see what you guys can come up with. They'll come back and say, well, he's trying to get some assistance. So, oh, really? Okay, well, let's set this case for December never. What? This absolutely makes no sense whatsoever, and I take this shit personal. Anybody who know me know that I take this property management shit personal. I mean, I do. I treat these houses like they're mine. I take on these issues like they're mine. Some property management companies, they're just like, it's money. I get it. They're just like, okay, they tell client, hey, we got to go back to the court on such and such. Who making money? They making money. The court making money. The attorneys making money. They don't give a fuck. I fight. When I go in there, I fight. And let's follow the law. It's not about the money with me right now. Right now I'm getting frustrated because my client ain't making no money. He's not making a dime right now, and he's sitting here just wondering why he got to go there and fix something, and we're not getting no money and not realizing that this is the law. I had that happen with a tenant we put out 2 years ago. Same thing with her. She played that game. She played that same game, and we hadn't got no rent from her for like 7 months. And when we go to court, what she do? She tells the judge that the furnace ain't working. It's not working. Well, I don't know nothing about that. She didn't call and tell me nothing about no furnace that wasn't working, not one word. She's trying to avoid us because we trying to call for some rent money. So she avoiding us. Mr. Woods, did you know about this? No, it's my first time hearing about a damn furnace. But listen to this, Your Honor. We had no rent in 7 months. How the fuck I'm going to fix something and she owes 7 months worth of rent? Maybe she paid the rent. Maybe we can see what's wrong with the furnace. You know what the judge ordered us to do? Address the furnace. Are you freaking serious? He said it in court. Address the furnace, and we'll set this case for October never. What? I talked to my attorney and said, man, this is bullshit, right? He said, listen. He said, it's a court order. I said, God damn. I said, what am I hiring you for, man? You can't you come up with some type of codes or something in the book, in that law book, ain't something that says that this is bullshit? He said, hey, listen. I said, suppose we ain't got the money. You know what the attorney tells me? Go get with your heating and cooling guy and see if they can put you in some type of payment arrangement to see what's wrong with the furnace. I said, man, you ain't making no damn sense. The court ain't making no damn sense. This is absolutely crazy. I said, do you actually really care, man? I mean, it really bothered me, but it was a court order. So what I do? I call Lonzo. See what I'm trying to say? I call Lonzo. I give him the lady's number. He calls her the next day. You know what she told him? Oh, I fixed that 6 months ago. What? So you went to court and you lied to buy more time. It was absolutely crazy. So by the time we end up going back to court, he said that we fixed the furnace. I said, Your Honor, I got a signed statement from my heating and cooling guy that he called her the next day and she said it was fixed 6 months ago. She lied. She came in this court and she lied. So we end up getting a judgment. But it was like 60 days. Another 2 fucking months. Oh my God. So by the time we finally get the judgment, I called the bailiff. We get everything over there. I got a 2-hour video of this. It's actually deleted from my other channel right now. A 2-hour video, because I've recorded this whole damn thing. Well, the bailiff knocks on the damn door, and Pookie comes to the door. She's not home. Turns out, she's at the hospital having some type of procedure done. So he calls her. What does she do? I guess she has to put her clothes on, and she pulled up, still had like a hospital gown and shit on. It's fucking funny as shit. Talking about, y'all can't do this, blah, blah, blah. And the bailiff said, yes, we can. We got a court order. And she was so, oh man, she was absolutely fucking pissed. But who cares? If you can sit here all this damn time, you had total, you ain't paid me in 6 months. They gave you another fucking 2 months. That's 8 months. And you still here. I'm supposed to feel bad for you? Well, I had a procedure. Well, I got a procedure too. It called my nerves. They're going to be worked on. They're getting worked on right now. I'm having a procedure right now. Oh my God. It's just the mindset of the people that that you have to deal with. And it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it is. And this real talk is like, well, it's real. I mean, I talk about a lot of other shit, but this is real shit, just talking about the overall mindset of a person. And this is another reason why I'm doing this. So if anybody think about getting into real estate, whether it be here or anywhere else, especially here, you need to hear these stories, because you see these infomercials, and they talk about how you can get rich getting real estate, and they take pictures of people next to these jets, and drinking Boone's Farm and all that old type of shit, right? No, it ain't like that. It ain't fucking like that at all. I mean, can you make money in this business? Yes, you freaking can. I've been doing this shit for 20 years. So, and I had a lot of good, and I had a lot of bad. But when it comes down to is, you know, your finances and knowing how to budget your money. And that's with any damn thing, whether it be real estate, or you got a job working 9 to 5 and making $20 an hour, whatever it is. It just comes down to just budgeting your money. If you learn how to budget your money, and I learned how to budget money on a little bit of nothing. Trust me, y'all know my story. If you learn how to budget your money, you can do certain things in life. You can afford to do certain things. You might can't do everything you want to fucking do, but you can do something. You can treat yourself to something sometime if you budget your money. I always say, pay you first. We're always gonna have a fucking bill. Always gonna have a bill. What I'm trying to tell you today and try to teach you today is learn how to fucking try to find a way to pay you first. I don't give a shit if it ain't nothing but $10 or $15. Pay you first. If you're working. And every paycheck, you're always doing this and you're doing this and you're doing that. Take, if you know you fuck over $20 or $30 through the course of a week, or whatever it is, going back and forth to McDonald's or whatever it is, everybody here who listening to me right now blows some type of money. $50, $100 on something that you don't even fucking need. You know it and I fucking know it. Well, change your mindset. Take that same $50, $100 or 20, even if it's fucking $20, and put it to the side. Put it somewhere and forget about it. Pretend like you just gave it to fucking McDonald's and you can't get it back unless you're going to rob the place. Put it to the side somewhere. Get your little box, a little can or something. We used to have a Maxwell coffee can. My father gave us when we was having allowance back in the day and shit. We would just, and put it in there and forget about it. Just forget about it. And you'd be surprised how much it would add up after a month if you're getting paid weekly, or or however you get paid, or for the year. And you'd be surprised if you look back and say, wow, all this money that would have been McDonald's or Burger King or fake nails or fake hair, the number 2B12, whatever that shit is, put it to the side. You'd be surprised at what you can start doing. Now you can start to live a little bit. Now you can start to actually freaking breathe, because you learn how to pay you first. Keep in mind, you're always going to have a bill, no matter what. As long as you live, you're going to have some type of bill. The trick to this shit is learning how to pay you first. And just to change the overall mindset. If you got a bill like rent, pay your rent. Pay your rent. And if you can't, if you have a problem, if you got to understand the landlord, if he know that you straight up and you've been paying on time and you ain't never had no issue before, most landlords will work with you. Lord knows I have done it a million times. I work with people who lost a job or was waiting on unemployment and their rent might have been $700. Mr. Woods only got $400 right now, but I'm working on it and I'm gonna try to get something to you next week. Blah blah blah. And I'll say, yeah, okay, because you putting forth the effort to give me something. You putting forth the effort to give me something, and I respect that. And I'm gonna always look out for people like that. But when you sit here and try to fucking bullshit me, like these people been doing to me lately, the girl who been here for a year, and we in court today, and she got her work uniform on. Oh my God. And you getting evicted? It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So you guys stay tuned for that because it's coming up. And the first one is going to be this house over here on fucking Kane Street. This is my client, Wendell Fong. This is his property. So I know he waited on this. And I've been waiting for a long time because I've been fighting really, really, really hard to get these people out of here. I've been really working hard, overtime, trying to find a way to get these people out here. I even offered them fucking cash for keys just to get the hell out of here. But that didn't even work. But you're going to let me put you out in the street. And I got no problem with it. None whatsoever. It's a beautiful house. It looked like a lot of homeowners actually on this street. And so I don't think we'll have any problem renting this place out for $1,100-$1,200 a month. Depending on what the condition is on the inside. I mean, they're pretty filthy. Those guys were really filthy. I don't think they took a bath. I don't know next time they even been around water. Because he came over to my office one day, and oh my God, when he walked in the door, he smelled so bad. It was unbearable. It's like, oh my God, let me hear and get this guy out of here. I mean, man, as soon as he walked out of there, the stench was still in the air. We had to burn incense and spray every damn thing. It smelled so damn bad. It's amazing that he didn't smell himself. But, he has some type of issue going on. So, I mean, I see that too, but that ain't my problem. If you can go to court and try to bullshit and talk to the judge and say, yeah, I can be out this time and I'm working on something, I'm trying to get some help, then you ain't too far off. You just off as much as you think you want us to think that you are. But now I'm about to show you that I'm crazy too. Cause when that bailiff pull up and that dumpster pull up over there, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do the crip walk. I'm gonna stand in front of that damn house. I'm gonna do the crip walk. I'm looking on YouTube right now so I can learn how to do the crip walk, and I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be on my video, so you stay tuned for that. All right, listen. This is 43 minutes and something seconds. I didn't really have too much to say. I guess maybe I did because I've been talking for like 45 minutes almost. So I guess I have a lot to say. But I was just talking about the mindset overall and just trying to tell you what the process is with the courts. The evictions is this coming up. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be 4. So the one on Kane Street, hopefully we should have that writ. Oh my God. I'm going to call the attorney again tomorrow. They're supposed to be calling me back today because I told them I looked on the register of actions and I seen that the judge I think signed the writ. So I mean, what's going on? So I really want to get this done so I can get over there and get in this house and take this house back and I can breathe a little easier. The owner can breathe a little easier, even though he's not tripping. I know he's not tripping. He a businessman, so he understand what's going on, and I keep him in the loop. I keep all my owners in the loop of what's going on with their properties. I send them a Zoom ID number so they can attend the hearing, so they can hear what's going on. They can see how the system works here, so they can learn it themselves. The eviction we had today, the owner who owns that house. King, Chang Lee, something like that. Well, he resides in Hong Kong. So I sent him the Zoom ID number so he can attend, so he can see what's going on and why this lady been in his damn place for a year, and why it's taking so long to get them out. They don't have to take my. I don't want my clients to ever just take my word. Of course, take my word, because I'm not gonna lie to you. But at the same time, I'm gonna, I want to invite you into my world, in this world of real estate where you invested in. I want you to see how the system works here. So if I decide to get out of this business and they go with somebody else, they'll know already what to expect. They'll know how things are supposed to be, and another management company just can't screw them over and just tell them anything, because Shea done showed them the ropes on how this shit works. Because you got a lot of bad management companies here who's all about the money, and that's another video. I can do another hour-long video on this particular company that managed, I want to say probably about 800 to 1,000 homes, but it's such a big business. They actually have for rent signs out of places that this condemned by the city, and it's for rent signs out there. I said, damn, are they not keeping up with none of this shit? It's just this like a big money thing for them, So sometimes bigger is not always better. Just because somebody have a bigger company don't mean that you're gonna get specialized service. Like what I do, I'm not a really big company at all. But people who deal with me get specialized service. I mean, they can talk to me at any time they want to. They can pick up the phone and call me. And they call, they're not going to get an operator, press 2 for this and press 12 for that. None of that shit. 9 times out of 10, I'm going to answer the phone. And that's what people like, especially when you're dealing with people's money, looking at their property. They want to talk to somebody. They don't want to be put on hold. They don't want to just, well, I'll call you back next week or none of that shit. I mean, my people reach out to me anyway. Steve in Australia would call me in the fucking heartbeat, and I'll sit and talk to him. Leroy in France. I was doing a video at Leroy's house, but Leroy lives in France. 3-4 weeks ago, I had Angry L cutting the tree down in front of his house, and we was talking as I was doing the video. Who calls right in the middle of the damn video? Leroy in France, and I had it on speakerphone. So I got that connection with my people. I actually talk to them, and they talk to me. Peter in Australia, John Paul used to be an actor. I think he's still an actor. He lives in the UK. I got a lot of folks I talk to in the UK. And people in New Zealand and Singapore and Hong Kong, Japan. Oh my God. I've met so many people in so many countries since I've been doing this. It's just been an amazing ride. And the best thing about this amazing ride is all of you. Everybody who's listening to me right now. Because without you, there's definitely no me. And I want to say again that I appreciate every one of you. Everyone who's listening to me right now, I appreciate you personally. Because you don't have to be here. You don't have to take out your time and sit here and listen to this shit. You just don't. Because this is YouTube. And like, YouTube has thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of channels that you can just go anywhere over this great net and listen to anything or anybody. There's so much content out here. So I feel really blessed out of all the thousands of channels that you guys found me. That means a lot to me. It really does. So with that said, I'm going to get ready to shut this down. I laying across the bed in the dark, obviously. And I don't know, I just wanted to vent for a minute because I hadn't been on here in such a long time. It's been a while. So I'm going to try to do a little bit better and come on more and more from time to time. But I say it all the time. I just have to feel it. I don't want it to be forced. I don't want to have to just come on the internet, whether it be doing a video or whether it be doing a real talk, and just do it because somebody expected me to do it. That's not what I want to do. I have to feel it. Like tonight, I was kind of like feeling some type of way. It's just, and just telling you how my day was. Because I've been doing these videos lately, like these behind the scene with Shea. I've been doing those a lot lately, and people seem to like those. It's like my everyday life and things that's going around. I'm riding around, I'm going to the gas station, going in the store, talking to Pookie, them out, whatever. Just day to day shit. Just showing you what's happening. Me walking around the house. I mean, just me. Just another side of Shea. To let you know that I am a real person, and I go through real things just like you do. So with that being said, thank you once again for tuning in to the Shea Show Real Talk. And my other channel, if you was a subscriber there, a lot of you were, the original Shea Show channel. And my new channel that I've been doing a lot of videos, Shea Show riding videos. So if you're new right now and hearing this for the first time, I have been around since 2008. But my other channel right now, if you want to see some of the older videos I used to do from back then, Shea Show riding videos on YouTube. So go ahead and subscribe over there, and stay tuned, because we have 4 evictions coming up, which will be recorded. And I'm going to go on YouTube, learn how to do the crip walk, and we'll see you at the next location. Take care.